Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to today's lecture. Today we will discuss John B. Watson's behaviorism theory. This theory explains how our behavior is learnt from the environment around us. Let's understand this in a very simple and clear way. John B. Watson was an American psychologist, born in 1878. He is known as the founder of behaviorism. Watson believed that psychology should only study what we can see and measure, which is our behavior. He did not focus on thoughts or feelings. Instead, he focused on actions we can observe clearly. So remember, Watson equal to observable behavior. The main idea is very simple. Behavior is learnt from the environment. We are not born with personality. We learn everything from experiences. How we talk, how we react, how we feel. Everything grows from the environment we live in. So, our surroundings shape us more than we realize. Watson explained behavior with a very famous model. Stimulus leads to response, which means whatever happens around us, stimulus, creates a reaction inside us, response. So if we change the environment, we can change the behavior. This forms the base of behaviorism. Watson believed we learn through conditioning. This simply means we make connections through experiences. When something repeats again and again, our brain learns to respond automatically. This is how habits and even emotions are formed. Like hearing your favorite song and instantly feeling happy. To prove this, Watson performed a very famous experiment called the Little Albert experiment. There was a baby named Albert. He liked playing with a white rat. But Watson paired the rat with a loud, scary noise. After repeating it several times, baby Albert started fearing the rat even without the noise. This experiment showed that fear is not always natural, it can be learnt. Watson strongly believed that our environment shapes us. He even famously said, "Give me a child and I will shape him into anything." This means, with the right environment and training, behavior can be changed or modified at any age. How can we use this theory in real life? Very simple. Give praise and rewards for good behavior. Use practice and repetition for learning. Correct behavior calmly instead of harsh punishment. Create a positive and safe environment. When the environment is encouraging, children learn better. Let's see a few small examples. If a teacher smiles and appreciates a student, the student feels confident. If a teacher scolds harshly, the student becomes nervous or scared. If a child practices daily, their skill improves automatically. Simple changes create big differences. This theory is helpful because it is scientific, it is practical, and it is very useful for teaching and training. It helps us build good habits and routines. But this theory also has some limitations. It almost ignores emotions and thinking. It treats humans like machines who only react, and it does not explain creativity or deep thinking. Human behavior is more than just reactions. So, in conclusion, Watson taught us that behavior is learnt, our environment shapes our personality, and conditioning influences our actions and emotions. It's a powerful reminder. The way we treat others truly matters. Before we end this lecture, let's check your understanding. Here is a simple question. Which statement best reflects Watson's behaviorism theory? Option A. Behavior is mostly influenced by environment and learning. Option B. Behavior is mainly controlled by inherited personality. Option C. Behavior is determined by thoughts and emotions. Or option D. Behavior cannot be changed once formed. Take a moment, think about what Watson believed. And then comment your answer below. A, B, C, or D. I'll be checking your responses. Thank you so much for watching. If you learned something new today, give this video a like, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to Educational Theory by Mrs. Zainul Abidin. Keep learning, keep growing, and see you in the next lesson. Bye.